Good evening. Tonight, we'll be talking about how to boost your holiday joy, basically how to beat the blues and depression. I am extremely passionate about what I do. And when it comes to depression, I am even more passionate about it. However, remember, I am not a medical doctor, so I cannot dispense medical advice. So whatever you hear tonight, if you would like to apply it, I strongly recommend that you talk to your doctor. My lawyer is going to be extremely happy. So let me ask one of you what you would like to accomplish today. Thank you very much, John. You can mute yourself. What you describe here is what we call seasonal affective disorder, SAD. The weather is very bad. There is no sun. There is no sunshine. It usually pulls people down. But I'm sure you're going to hear and learn a few tips and tricks through this conversation. My goal today is, during our time together, is to share my story and share with you a quick overview of lifestyle medicine and mental illness, and how do we go beyond today and have a cook along where you'll be able to make 2 healthy desserts. Oh yes, there is such a thing called healthy dessert. My story basically happened in 3 stages. I started dieting at the tender age of 12, clinically diagnosed with depression at the age of 15. And in 1983, after the birth of my first child, postpartum hit, all my dreams were shattered. I was 19. I hit rock bottom. Let me tell you what I mean by hitting rock bottom. Be very vulnerable here. I wanted to commit suicide. I wanted to kill myself. The second stage happened in 1994. I had my second child. Postpartum depression hit, and all my professional dreams, all my dreams were shattered again. I had to raise that child by myself. And in 1999, when it rains, it pours, my father passed away. I hit rock bottom. I was fortunate that day that my sister called. She begged me to go see a medical doctor, and I did. He put me on medication and some counseling. Prozac was a medication. I do not like medication. I read about the side effects. That medication basically has an impact on every single part of your body, from head to toe. The most interesting one, or scary one for me, was the mere fact that they say it would impair my judgment and my thinking. Here I am suffering from depression. I really need to have my mind clear. And it brings suicidal thoughts. When I asked the doctor, is there a name to take this? And he told me, no, you could end up taking it your entire life. I did one thing simple. I went home, I flashed it. If I'm going to die, let me die, but not die from side effects of this medication. The third part was in 2015, I had a massive burnout. I was working a job that I love 80, 90 hours a week. I had gained weight, went from size 6'8" to size 16, 18. I had high cholesterol, high blood pressure, acid reflux to a point where they were going to operate on me. I just collapsed. You see, the research shows that if you commit suicide, you're creating a trend in your family. I have 2 kids. I have beautiful nephew and nieces, and I couldn't do that. I had to pull myself out. Suicide is the number 10 killer in America. However, I believe that it doesn't really reflect depression. In America, 40 million people suffer from that nasty disease. I call it the shadow disease. What is it? Usually, actually, the Bible describe it. When you look at King David, he's talking about anguish, his heart, because your heart will be pounding, terrors, death, fear, overwhelm, far from the tempest and storm. Yes, it is difficult. And all this is going in your head every day, constantly, nonstop. If you ask people what do they think depression feels like, they'll tell you sadness. Don't I wish? It's more than sadness, hopelessness, self-loathing, isolation, anxiety, sadness, guilt, and staring a wall that is, it is really, really bad. Don't I wish they come in this clear pattern? Actually, here is what it feels like. You are truly going crazy. It's tiring, exhausting. Weight gain, high cholesterol, acid reflux, depression, high blood pressure. I knew I was in trouble, serious trouble. I had to do something. I did the research again and found lifestyle medicine, which is what you put in your mouth in terms of food, alcohol, drugs like cocaine, marijuana, or drugs like your Prozac, your other medication, what you do with your body in terms of exercising, sleeping, what you put in your mind in terms of your connection to the divine, what you do with your relationship of forgiveness, and your environment. Ask the people of Flint, Michigan, with the polluted water, how difficult it is for them. All of this contribute to your lifestyle. And when you manage it properly in relationship with your doctor, we call it lifestyle medicine. So I started it. I applied it religiously. Surprise, surprise. After just a few weeks of changing my lifestyle, starting that transformation, things start to look different. You see, I wear glasses. When you go to the ophthalmologist, they put some lenses, and sometimes, it is foggy, and then it is very clear. What happened to me after a few weeks working on changing my lifestyle, it's as if somebody has removed the foggy lenses and put the perfect lenses. Things were very clear. I remember telling my husband, wow, John, things are so vibrant now. It created curiosity. You see, I adopted that lifestyle medicine principles because I wanted to get rid of the weight. I wanted to get rid of the cholesterol. I didn't want to have operation for acid reflux. But mental illness, lifestyle medicine being scientifically proven and evidence-based, as an engineer, I had to go do my research and see what do they say about mental health. Plenty of research. It's very abundant research out there to support the fact that if you change your lifestyle, you can have an impact on mental illness. You can improve your mood. There is not such a thing as an angry vegan. It's a fiction, says Dr. McGregor. So the lifestyle medicine encompasses your entire lifestyle. You have the nutrition on one side, that are just your food and your exercise. This is what usually when people talk about diet, this is what they talk about. That you have all the other aspects of your life that are as important as your food. However, today, for the time we have together, I'll just focus on the nutrition. When you do the research, it's showing a few words: tryptophan, fiber, gut, microbiome, animal, and all. At the end of the day, I'm going to spend time on just a few of them: the gut, the microbiome, the impact of animal foods on us, and fiber. I put this spider there because spider is araignée in French. It's my mnemonic to learn about this complicated word, arachidonic acid. Arachidonic acid is an acid created by certain food that create inflammation in your body and promote depression and other issues in your body. I am not a biologist. Biologists will do a better job. The best question for me is, where do you find the arachidonic acid? In what food do you find them? The research has shown that you find them in chicken, eggs, beef, fish, your franks and sausage, pork, hamburger, cold meat. Yeah, those are your 10 sources of arachidonic acid. What do they all have in common? They're all animal-based products. So for you, tip number one, if you want to improve your mood, you may want to reduce the amount of animal product that you ingest on a daily basis. One quiz for you. How many fiber do you have in eggs? Yes, thank you very much. There is no fiber in eggs. There is no fiber in beef, even organic beef. There is no fiber in chicken. There is no fiber even in wild-caught salmon. Fiber is only found in plant food. I'm talking about fiber because I'll be talking about the gut, the microbiome that we call the second brain. Have you heard the expression gut feeling? Yeah, my gut has feeling. What is going on in my gut impact what's going on in my brain, and what is going on in my brain impact what's going on in my gut. Have you heard about I have butterflies in my tummy? When you're scared or something is happening, you see the correlation in there without even becoming a scientist. That gut needs one food. They love fiber. Fiber, fiber. Fiber that is contained in the actual food, not fiber extracted. No, the actual fiber in food. Every single plant food has fiber in it. Your fats, your omegas. So tip number 2, actually, before I go to the fat and the omegas, make sure you eat fiber meaning you eat plant-based food that are not processed, that are whole, so that the fiber is in there and you can boost the quality of your microbiome. The third thing are the fats, omegas. And omega-3 is one of them. And the natural question that comes is, can we get sufficient omega-3 if we are not eating fish for plant-based eaters? The answer is, the fish actually get their omega-3 from algae. I can go to the algae directly and have it. I don't need the fish in between. Dr. Brenda Davis asked us to optimize our omega-3 fatty acid. And here are the food that have very good omega-3 in them: your flax seeds, your hemp seeds, your walnut, your chia seeds, your leafy green. Yes, you have omega-3. You didn't know there was fat in your leafy green. Yes, there are. Little tiny bit trace, but you have it in there. And as you're doing that, you may want to decrease the amount of omega-6. We, all of us, consume a lot of omega-6 through the oil that we use to cook. It's too much omega-6. You may want to decrease that and increase your omega-3s. How you do that? If you eat a very balanced diet with a whole bunch of plant-based food, minimally processed, you will be able to have a good quality and quantity of omega-3s. And if that is not enough, discuss it with your provider to supplement with some of the omega-3 based on microalgae. So tip number 3, you may want to look at the fat that you are ingesting and boost your omega-3s. The benefits of omega-3s are, everybody agree that you have a lot of benefits. The science is there, the research is in there. So we don't even have to argue on that. Plenty of benefits on the brain, increased vigor, energy, your reaction time. Hey, I want that. You'll ask me, Celine, I have to reduce arachidonic acid. I have to eat more fiber. I have to eat quality omega-3s. So what do I eat? You have 80,000 plus edible plants out there on Earth. PCRM, thank you, Dr. Neil Bernard, they've divided into grains, fruit, legumes, vegetables. You may want to drink water, and a handful of nuts and seeds. And I say a handful of nuts and seeds. Put it that way. I was trapped with the nuts and seeds. I was not eating that, and I was not eating a handful. I was eating them by the mouthful, and the weight came. Because at the end of the day, one lovely almond is still 10 calories, and the bulk of them is fat. What we tell people is, eat whole food. And remember the following, it has to be a love affair. Eat the food, start loving the food that loves you back. Are you going to date a guy or a woman who doesn't love you back? No. So when it comes to the food, do the same thing. You don't love me back, arachidonic acid, you give me inflammation. I don't want you. I want to get the one that loves me back. Is that a vegan program? My answer is no. I am a Christian. Jesus ate fish, he ate lamb, but he didn't eat the polluted beef, lamb, loaded with antibiotics that we have today, and the fish loaded with mercury. So what we are telling you is, if you are on the red, we want you to increase the amount of vegetables, plant-based food that you eat to get as as green as possible. If you can be entirely green, more power to you, but nobody's is asking you to do that. It is not a vegan program. A vegan, it's a set of belief. They have a mission. They're working for the environment, for animals protection. I respect what they are doing. It is not what I do. What I do is about health. For example, a vegan will eat Oreos because there is no animal in it. A whole food plant-based eater will not eat Oreos because it is processed. There is absolutely no nutrition in Oreos. It's loaded with sugar. There's not much difference between it and cocaine, as far as I'm concerned. You're looking at me to say, usually people are deprived. Nobody's asking you to eat only green salad, and everybody doing that, you're doing it wrong. Look at the food that you can eat. Look at this. Look at this. Are you getting hungry? I am. Look at this. Look at this. Oh no, look at this. And oh, by the way, I make a mean chocolate pie. It is so delicious. What are the side effects? Are you going to ask me? According to Dr. David Katz, you can prevent and or reverse chronic diseases, which are the top 10 killers in America are chronic diseases, except for accident. You can read 80% reduction in heart disease, which is the #1 killer. Anything that helped me reduce my risk for cancer of 60%, I am game. And look at this, less fatigue, no constipation. Dr. Hinsdale, the creator of the CHIP program, the Complete Health Improvement Program, says, if you have a tendency to read the Wall Street Journal when you are doing your business, find another way to read your Wall Street Journal, because now when you eat a whole food plant-based loaded with fiber with plenty of water, you go and you are out. Improve mood and clearer thinking. Who doesn't want that? You can make decisions. You are a business owner. You want to make sound decisions. You can sleep like a baby. Less inflammation and joint pain. And better skin. Look at this. We come to that question. You're like, but how do I start? How do I get there? How do I get sustainable results? I understand your anxiety. I understand your pain, because I know that people want to embrace a healthy lifestyle, but they're struggling with the how. It's so difficult, the how, because of the environment that we are in. Look at the following. Only less than 5% of American doctors spend more than 10 minutes with their patients. So your doctors, the doctor's office is not who is going to help you by the hand to do your transformation. They'll tell you, have a healthy lifestyle. Ciao, next patient. If you try to go online, and you Google vegan recipes, you have 1.36 trillion recipes. It is overwhelming. Where do you start? And this is where I come into play. I am an engineer. I have suffering from depression, from yo-yo dieting for this. And I have observed what's going on in there. And I realized that it's about the process. You don't do anything unless you have a process, a sound process, an integrated and comprehensive process. So what I did was I combined sound business principle. One of them, for example, is something called change management, ADCAR, especially I'm ProSci certified. Change is the science, and there is a process for change. I combine the principle of lifestyle medicine. I am certified. I have a few certifications on lifestyle medicine and on whole food plant-based eating, compassion, and my own experience to develop a process that is about you. A process that is no nonsense, that is research-based, that is practical, that is realistic, that is affordable. I do not believe that you have to be a millionaire to to do a transformation. I do not believe that you have to spend millions of dollars for you to be healthy. No, I do not believe that. You can do something simple for your transformation. My approach is very simple. I educate, like what I've just been doing the last half an hour or so. I give you the ability. How do I give you that ability? In the privacy of your own kitchen, you'll be cooking along a few things, a few basic things. Ability is important because this is where I truly empower you. I can give you a book on swimming. You can read it all you want. At the end of the day, you still do not know how to swim. You have to jump in there, in the water, and swim. And of course, I will support you and I will hold you accountable with as much love and compassion as possible. It's a 7 weeks program. We meet once a week for 90 minutes and you do the cooking in the privacy of your own kitchen. And every week will be the same thing. I'll educate, we'll talk about a specific disease, and we do different dishes that gives you a foundation, and we talk about different elements of the process to help you go forward. A journey is best made with others. You cannot do that alone. It's good to have friends. And because you have listened to me politely here, I would like to invite you on that 7-week journey. And I've slashed my price where you're having almost half the price for the 7 weeks, where you can have your results, you can feel empowered, and boost your productivity, your joy, your thinking, sleep better, something that you deserve. Thank you very much. And I will take your question with pleasure.